I was recently asked if submission is mutual and it's likened unto Christ and the church. How did Christ submit to the church? I'm about to tell you. So stay tuned. We're going to discuss what does it mean for a husband to submit to his wife? What is his role? How is this likened to Christ submitting to the church? How did Christ submit to the church? Is that even a thing? We're going to talk all about it. So stay tuned. Hi, welcome to Holy Wifey Academy. And today we're talking about how husbands are called to submit to their wives by loving them as sacrificially as Christ loves the church. Submission here isn't about power or authority. It's about sacrificial love. Just as Jesus willingly went to the cross and died for the church, so are husbands expected to willingly die to his own selfish desires, die to himself, and sacrifice himself for his wife. So how did Christ submit to the church? In Philippians 2:8 says, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross. So in Philippians 2:8, we see that despite Jesus' power and authority, he humbled himself to the point of death on the cross. The submission is not in showing his power and authority or demonstrating his power and authority. It's laying down his power and authority, submitting to death, giving up his power and authority, and allowing himself to die, allowing himself to be sacrificed for the sake of the church. This is how the man submits to his wife. He's laying down that power and authority that the wife is giving him, despite his role as leader, despite his position in authority, his position as head. He's putting that down, laying that down daily, and sacrificing that so that he can love his wife sacrificially, so that he can give her what she needs, so that he can protect her, he can cover her spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. That's the proper role of a husband. He's providing that coverage the same way that God covers him and covers everyone under him. The husband is covering his wife and everyone under her. So that's how the man submits, just like God submitted his power and authority and died on the cross. So is the man submitting. If you notice in the Bible, the husband is never told to lead his wife or to have authority over his wife. The Bible tells the wife that the husband is the head, but it never tells the husband you're the head of the wife. It tells him to love his wife, to honor his wife, to treat her as equal heir in the kingdom of God. So that's how he needs to, even though he's given this role by his wife, he's not walking in that role daily. His thing is, yes, I'm leader, but I'm submitting to my wife by laying down my leadership and instead walking in love, walking in honor, walking in respect, treating her better than I treat myself, or loving her more than I love myself, or at least just as much as I love myself. So yes, if you think about it, Jesus could have easily overpowered those who sacrificed him, yet he willingly endured suffering just to bring redemption to his bride, the church. In the same way, husbands are called to demonstrate his love by putting his wife's well-being above his own desires. Let me know if this perspective has shifted your understanding of the husband's role in marriage. So the next thing I want to talk about is the power of humility in love. In Matthew 20 verse 28, it says, the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. So Jesus didn't just use his power to be served. Instead, he served others, even at a great personal cost. And in Matthew 20:28, we see the power of humility. So husbands are called to embody the same kind of humility in their marriages, leading through service and sacrifice, not through dominance. So a husband can show this love every day by prioritizing his wife's needs, listening, and being a source of support. It's in these small acts that sacrificial love becomes real and tangible. Let's talk about the true strength in marriage. And we're going to go to 1 Peter 3:7, where husbands are told this. Husbands, in the same way, be considerate as you live with your wives and treat them with respect so that nothing will hinder your prayers. True strength in marriage comes from respect, love, and consideration. 1 Peter 3:7 reminds husbands to be respectful and considerate towards their wives. When a husband leads through love and humility, his marriage is stronger and reflects the unity that God intended. So, what happens when we embrace this kind of sacrificial love? It brings us closer to God and strengthens the marriage bond. Go ahead and share this video if you believe that sacrificial love can change a marriage for the better. Thank you for that. So what we've learned today is that Christ's example on the cross wasn't just about salvation. It was a blueprint for love. Husbands, your call is to love with that same sacrificial heart. Every small act of humility and love mirrors the love that Christ showed us. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Other people, other wives, other husbands, they need this reminder. They need this lesson. They need the help and support. So let's support each other, share the message, and please come back, watch all the other videos on how to respect and love your spouse, how to show respect to your husband. What is submission? What does it mean? How do you submit to a husband who is not submitted to Christ? All these things, you can find these videos on my channel here. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.